So today was an interesting day to say the least. We had Jerome Powell come out and talked. We had the market up, down, up, down. We made some moves today. Stick around. I think you're going to like what I got for you. Now, if you're brand new to the channel, my name is Josiah. I trade stocks and cryptocurrencies for a living. I try to come on here, keep everything simple, let you know exactly how I'm trading, what I'm trading, so that you can follow along, paper trade with me, get your confidence up so that you can start using this money printing machine that we know of as the stock market and crypto markets. All right, let's talk about it. We were up most of the day, pretty much across the board. S&P, Dow, NASDAQ, everything up 0.5% to 1%. Old Jerome Powell come out, started speaking. We had it come down, then we had it rally back up, and then we had it just plummet down right at the end of the day. S&P ended up closing down 1.7%, Dow Jones down 1.63%, and the NASDAQ down 1.6% on the day. So overall, market just absolutely collapsed. And what did Powell have to say? Well, he had some things to say to try to boost the market a little bit, such as they may not do any more interest rate hikes, that they may change over to just tightening of credit. Excuse me. But then when pinned down about it, he's like, well, we may have to continue interest rate hikes. So it was one of those, we may not, but then again, you never know kind of scenarios. And overall, I think he did almost exactly what I told you I was most expecting. They did the 25-point basis hike. They come out. He wasn't as hawkish as he could have been, but he definitely wasn't dovish either. He definitely mentioned several times that, inflation was the forefront of kind of their talks and that they weren't going to let off until they had inflation under control. He definitely said that the jobs out there, job market was strong, that concerned them some, and that they were going to have to keep an eye on that and potentially have to do more interest rate hikes to be able to get everything where they wanted it to make sure that inflation was curbed. And that ended up bringing the market down at the end of the day. They definitely pointed out that they did not feel that there was any widespread issues in the banking, that this was a few isolated incidents. And with coming out and continuing to do the 25 basis points and also alluding to the fact that there could be more, I would tend to think that that's the issue. That's what I said earlier in my video this morning and yesterday, that I think the media has been blowing this up a lot more than maybe what it was. Now, with that being said, what happened to us? Well, I thought I was going to take a beating today. To start with, aside from the positions we already had, of course, you know that we picked up some Coinbase puts and some SQQ calls yesterday. Those calls were way out of the money today. It was not looking like we were going to make anything on those, but I wanted to hold tight. And sure enough, right near the end of the day, we actually got out of those. We picked those up at $1.06 a contract, or $106 a contract, should I say. We was able to sell them for $116, which profited us about $10 a contract, which not great, but not bad either. Brought us up about 9.8% on that trade. And considering the fact I was upside down for most of the day, I was starting to get a little concerned. I was like, I'm glad to get out of those because those expired the end of this week. I didn't have a lot of time on them. I was actually hoping to have traded them before the Fed even come out and talk. That didn't happen. So I was happy to get out of them and make, almost 10%. Really happy with that. Now, Coinbase, put our puts aside, I actually went out and bought some calls this morning. Coinbase crashed down a little bit. I picked up some calls at the $83 strike, run those up to about $84.50, sold them, made a nice little turnover, about 30% on that trade. Really happy. It crashed back down. I did the same thing. I repeated the process. Only thing is, I was a little bit greedier. I wanted to see it jump up, touch that $85, which I thought it was going to. We got up to about $84.71. It turned. It went the other direction on me. I was like, well, I'll wait. I'll wait until the Fed comes out and speaks. Maybe the market will boost the way it did last time, and I'll go ahead and be able to get out of them there. Ran up a little bit, still didn't get there. I ended up getting slaughtered on those. I lost about 50% on that trade. Absolutely got killed on that trade, so I was really disappointed. However, I will say that our puts are up massively. So I brought the puts to you yesterday. They are up massively. They were up really nice at close, and if we open tomorrow anywhere like we are now, because Coinbase has fell another 12% in the after hours. So those puts are for the $84 strike. I had also picked up some $79 strike price. Both of those are up enormously right now, and they're for about a month out. So I had a little bit of time. I wasn't worried about them, but there's going to be a lot of intrinsic value on those. So I'm real interested to see if Coinbase opens down here tomorrow. I'm definitely going to sell those as soon as market opens, because they're going to be worth a very pretty penny. It'll recuperate those losses from the day, but it don't take away from the sting. Oh, I was so mad at myself. It was one of those things. I sold the others. I bought them at $350 a contract. I run the others up to $400. Like I said, giving me right there at a 30% gain. Took my profit. Did the same thing. Bought them right back at $350, but I was a little greedier. I wanted to see them hit $420. They actually run up to about $405 before they turned and went the other way on me. And that's what happens. That's why I tell you all the time, don't get greedy. Take it, but I felt so certain. We had done run up, tested about 84.5. I felt certain we was going to test that 85 before it started coming down. Just didn't happen. It just never did keep up with Bitcoin today. Bitcoin ran up very nicely, and Coinbase was just underperforming it. I thought it was going to catch up some. Didn't happen. Overall, we had a fantastic day. Join me in the morning. We'll get a game plan together. We'll do some trading. We'll make some more money. Until then, be blessed, and remember, never trade with your emotions. Always trade by the numbers.